It started with a wrong turn on my way home from work. I'd taken the same back road 100 times, quiet, forest-lined, barely trafficked. The GPS had glitched out right after a sudden downpour, but I knew the route by heart, or so I thought. I came to a fork I didn't recognize. There shouldn't be a fork here, I remember thinking. But the road curved away to the right, and the trees on the left looked overgrown and wild. I assumed the city had made some changes. It had been years since they maintained this stretch anyway, so I went right. The first few minutes were normal, uneventful. I passed a mailbox with no house behind it. Odd, but I chalked it up to a property set deep in the woods. Then I passed the same mailbox again, same dented shape, same faded red flag hanging down. I slowed down. The GPS was still frozen, screen dim, no signal. I turned it off and back on. Nothing. Then I saw the town sign. Welcome to Aveline. Population 819. I'd never heard of it before. I kept driving, figuring I could turn around soon. The road narrowed into cracked asphalt. The trees leaned in closer. Fog began to settle low, curling unnaturally around the tires. Aveline was quiet. Too quiet. No cars, no people, no sound. Just houses like wax replicas, windows dark, curtains drawn. Every yard was perfectly trimmed. Every mailbox was exactly the same as the one I passed earlier. I stopped the car and got out. The air was thick, damp, like the inside of a cave. I approached the house and knocked. No answer. Then I noticed something strange. The houses didn't have reflections in the car windows. They were there, but their reflections weren't. I turned back to my car. The rearview mirror was gone. I checked my phone. The time read 3:14 a.m. It had been 6:37 p.m. when I left work. Panic started to crawl up my spine. I got back in the car and tried to turn around, but every road I took led me back into town. Every single one. It was like the place had folded in on itself. At some point, I started walking. Maybe I thought I could find help or a way out on foot. I passed the same gas station 3 times. Red leaf fuel stop. Lights on, no one inside. On the 4th pass, someone was at the register. I ran inside. The man behind the counter looked up. His eyes were black. Not dark, black. No whites, no irises. He smiled, slow and mechanical. You're not from here. No, I said. I think I'm lost. His smile widened. You're not lost. You're found. I backed away, bumping into a rotating snack rack. Chips scattered on the floor, but when I looked down, there were no labels, just blank packaging. Everything in the store was like that. Generic. Office wrong. I bolted. Outside, the fog had thickened. It wasn't just air anymore. It moved like it was watching me. I ran blindly down the street and slammed into someone. A woman. She looked normal, except her skin was too smooth, plastic-like. Her mouth moved, but the words didn't match, like a dubbed foreign film. You don't belong here, she said. Her mouth didn't move. I know, I gasped. Please, how do I get out? You can't go back the same way. You turned right. What does that mean? She leaned closer. Her skin cracked. That wasn't the road. That was the choice. I took a step back. What are you talking about? She pointed behind me. You might still have time, but you'll have to remember what was real. I turned around. Behind me was my car, but it was burned out, charred, ruined. Smoke still wafted from the seats. I ran to it anyway. Inside, on the passenger seat, was a Polaroid. Me, standing next to my car, smiling. Behind me was the town sign, but instead of "Welcome to Aveline," it said, "We never let you leave." I heard voices then, whispers, laughter, screaming. They were coming. I grabbed the Polaroid, slammed the car door, and closed my eyes. "Remember what was real," I whispered, over and over. When I opened them again, I was on the side of the road. Night had fallen. My car was idling, GPS blinking normally. My clock read 6:52 p.m. I stared at the road ahead. No fork, no mailbox, no fog. I turned the car around and drove home. But I kept the Polaroid. It's still on my desk. In the photo, the town sign has changed again. Now it reads, "You came back, but you're still there."
Thanks for watching Creepy Chronicles at Night. Subscribe if you dare.